Hi, Johan Motonya. I think we're live. I just want to categorically state it was not me who made this egg photo world record thing go this big. I think it's absolutely fantastic, but I can definitely say that was not me. And there's a button here. I've got this. Let's hide that thing. Let me just do this. I've got something to share with you today. You've probably heard about the world record egg. It's been all over the show. And I had a quick look, and it was quite interesting to see a couple of things. So I just want to share that with you. This is part of a presentation I did last night with the Global Entrepreneurs Academy. So I'll put a link here somewhere for that as well. We're looking at how to establish a home-based online business. The focus is to make dollars and rands and all of these weird and wonderful things. But I thought this will be quite interesting just to go over it and share some ideas. So this is the egg. That's the photo. That's the account. If you had to go look at the account, what you'll see is they just had one post. They've got 7 million followers and 45 million likes. It's absolutely insane. What you need to do is you just need to look at this. I mean, most things in marketing is about looking at it and see how it performs. So I went to this page. I think they've done a couple of updates since the first time that they did it. Now they can say official world record holder. Isn't that awesome? I think that's part of the reason why people participated in this. It was specifically to say, hey, I'm part of this whole thing. They share it, and then, yeah, it's just being part of something. And that was the first one. The second one is look at that Gmail account. Okay, cool. So that can handle quite a couple of emails. And then official merchandise. Do you see that? There's a link there. Let me show you what I'm talking about. That's the Bitly link. Bitly link is a link that you put on, and then you can actually track how many clicks do you get. Now, I like that idea for two reasons. The first one, it's a bit of curiosity. So what will happen if I click that link? That's the first thing. And then the second thing is that you can measure and see how many people actually are clicking on it. So what happens when you click on it? That's what I did. I was curious. You get to this page. It's an e-commerce website. You can actually buy shirts here. Imagine that. That's absolutely fantastic. And then I say the official world record egg store. Now, isn't that fantastic? I mean, they probably made a couple of sales from there and things like that. So they're wonderful. I think that's great stuff. 45 million likes, 7 million followers. Who knows how many clicks to this page? Absolutely fantastic. And this is a great example of what we call growth hacking. Here's another one. This was in 2006 called the $1 Million Web Page. This is where I started, in the sense of when in 2006, I started my business. And this was one of those success stories. This guy made a website with 1,000 by 1,000 pixels. And then he sold a pixel for $1, and the minimum you could buy was 10 by 10, and that worked out to $100 a pixel. I checked out. The site is actually still live, which is actually fantastic. This is the dude. I had to go do some search, and I found this. His name is Alex. He finished high school in 2000. So backstory. He finished school in 2002. He did beatboxing. Beatboxing is those guys that go with their mouth. Those guys. They had a whole thing about it. He created a forum. They even had a convention. I can't believe this. This was in 2006. Where have you been? Anyway, so they had a 200-person convention, and that's what it looks like. In 2005, he was thinking about, but what can he do to sell something? And he wanted to sell 1 million of these things. He wanted to be cheap. He wanted to be very affordable. And here's the thing. He didn't just think of one idea. He had a dozen of ideas. That's absolutely fantastic. Even, that was funny, a gum slinger. So you chew gum and you put it back. I mean, gee whiz. Then they called this a once-in-a-lifetime idea. And lightning never strikes twice. And I think both of those will be proved wrong now. He started this webpage with 1 million pixels. $50 later, he registered the domain, put the thing up, and the concept was so easy to get. Don't make it difficult for people, make it easy. So like I mentioned, there's 1,000 by 1,000 pixels. You can buy a grid of 10 by 10. It's $1 a pixel, minimum is $100, and you can put anything on as long as it is not in the adult industry. Cool. So 2 weeks in, he got his family and his friends to pitch in. And he hustled. He hustled. It's not like he sat back. He actually went for it. He really got going into it. And here's the thing. Then he hired a PR agency. Check this out. And they did a press release. It was picked up by the BBC and the Guardian. Now let's think back about the egg. That's exactly what happened there as well. It's a concept that got taken up. They probably got a couple of PR things going. I heard the first time about this on the radio. So exactly the same thing. The site made $3,000 on that day. It was, and he says it was like money out of thin air. I mean, this thing was not that difficult, but that's how he got going, and that's what he did. So that's absolutely fantastic. In 1 month, he got 250,000, hitting 65,000 hits per day. Now, in 2006, I mean, that was a huge amount of traffic by any means. I mean, that was really thumping it. By end of October that year, he's made 500,000 from 1.4 K advertisers, 1,400 advertisers. New Year's Eve, 99,900 pixels been purchased. The 1,000, the last ones, he put a bid in and he sold that for $38,000. That made him $1.04 million. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? Here's the thing. Many times we hear of a one-hit wonder. So what happened was he went to the Americas, he stayed there, but didn't go that well. And in this process, he got involved in meditation. And he went to a couple of people and he says, I've got this idea. It's about a website or a timer that just gives you some time to think and be relaxed and stuff. And he got laughed out of meetings. And he said the reason is because these are people who don't meditate. These are the people that's so focused on IT, they rush. So that didn't work. Eventually, and look at this, he hustled. He didn't sit back, he hustled. He got $1.5 million and he launched a thing called Calm. And from the beginning, and when we talk about growth hacking, many times what we'll see is that you need to have this thing in the beginning that pulls people in, and that's what he's got. His flagship feature, a 10-minute meditation thing, and it was free. And then he's got freemium stuff, basically meaning that then you can get part of a program, you can buy monthly, yearly, whatever the case is. Maybe you've heard of Fortnite. It's exactly the same thing in that you get the game for free, but boy, do they get you when you want to upgrade and do stuff. Cool, so that happened. So he's had amazing growth in this one. In the first year, they netted about 100,000 K. In 2015, 2 million. Isn't that fantastic? And look at this brilliant thing he did. Tamara Levitt, meditation teacher, now checks all the things daily. I mean, now you've got a person that's an expert helping you doing these things. That's gone to Apple's App of the Year, and it's been estimated that the revenue now is $37 million. But you see, it didn't happen overnight. He put the effort in, he had to hustle, he had to work on it. And there's a lot of things that happen. That thing of overnight success, it takes 10 years. Cool. So they've got 600,000 paying subscribers. They're raising some investments. He's 34. He's living the life. And isn't that absolutely fantastic? I think that's absolutely brilliant. I think we don't spend enough time on thinking through ideas and getting ideas to do these types of things. Now, when I started with growth hacking, this is one of the books that I picked up. It says, or it reads, how any startup can achieve explosive customer growth, and they call this traction. And many times when we see the word startup, we actually misread that word. This is not just for startups. If you've got a product that's lacking, this is a way to grow it. If you've got a new service or a new product coming to market, this is exactly the same thing that we can do or focus on. So I did a bit of search. I've read the book. I bought the book, so that's fantastic. But there's a blog as well with all of the details on. So I just got some information from it. I'm going to show you the traffic channels. So he talks about 19 of these. Just going to run through a couple of them, and you can see what it is and what it entails and how it actually works and how it relates back to these three case studies, if you like. So the first one is targeting blogs. There are people reading specific blogs. If you can get your message in there, your well away. Publicity, both of these ones, the egg as well as the $1 million, got so much publicity. It was other people talking about them, the radios, the newspapers, the magazines, the TV, all of these help drive growth within a business. Unconventional PR. The first one is a publicity stunt. Richard Branson is fantastic with that one, jumping out of airplanes, going to space, all of these things. That's wonderful. And then the unconventional ones, customer appreciation, where people actually start saying, hey, this was absolutely fantastic. You need to go there. A good example of that one was the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. We heard of it, we watched it, and we told 5 or 6 other people, and they went to see it. So that works like gangbusters. Search engine marketing, this is where you go and you pay money to be on the internet and you start running that specifically. That's one of the fastest way. They estimate 100 million each day is spent there. Then you've got social and display ads, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, all of these things. Those are places that you can actually go and you can advertise. Offline ads, I still believe in offline ads. We've got a couple of clients. The one just added another billboard. Another client of ours, they're dominating that space quite a bit. And you need to find a place where your people are. We helped another client in a magazine to put a classified advertisement in. That generated a huge amount of money for them. You need to find where your clients are, and you need to advertise there. That's where they are. Then search engine optimization. This is where you improve your site to be ranked by the search engines and get some traffic to your website. And from there, people can contact you. You can make sales. Content marketing, huge thing. This is not just about creating 1 and 2 things. Content marketing is intense. You need to focus on videos and blogs and lots of different things. It's got the same publicity type of thing where people write, they share, they interact with your content. So that's content marketing, and you need to have a plan for it. If you don't have a plan, it's not going to work. One of my favorite ones is email marketing. It works like gangbusters. Yes, people's inboxes are full. Yes, there's a lot going on. You need to stay in touch. So we talk about the multiple channel strategy. So you'll see many of these ones that we're talking about here, people are actually using multiple strategies. It's not just the one. You need to build on top of it. You need to use different ones depending on your market and depending on what you want to achieve. Viral marketing, the egg is a great example of this one. Is where people start sharing your ideas and it just goes viral and people share it. So that's viral. Engineering as a marketing tool is fantastic. This is what happened with the Com app. Is you've got this app and people start downloading it and they start telling other people. Another good example was the BlackBerry, where when you send a message, you had to have a BlackBerry, the BBM one. So that was the one. Hotmail was the other one. When you got a free account, right at the bottom, they said, hey, if you want a free Hotmail account, click yeah. That is engineering as marketing. So that also works fantastic. So it's something to think about. How can you use that in your business? Then business development or joint ventures, where you go into business with somebody else and you're selling into the same type of market, or you cross-sell different products and services to your customers. Sales. If you've got a sales force, people going out there talking to clients, hand-holding clients, helping them through the sales process when they've got questions and when they've got things that needs to happen. Affiliate programs, fantastic one. I actually know the history behind affiliate programs. Started long ago, and the clicks and the stuff is quite interesting. But you get money for promoting a specific type of product. When people click on the banner, you can get commission. It's one of the internet marketing models we talk about in our Global Entrepreneurs Academy program as well. Then there's existing platforms. This is where people are already. So the people are using Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, all of these places. They're already there. You don't need to go find them. They're there. You just need to put your advertisement in front of or your offer in front of the right people. Trade shows. Gee whiz, this is a fantastic one. We're currently helping a client who's going into Africa with a trade show. Another client we helped to, instead, in the past, they used to get like 4 leads on the trade show. We helped them to get 100. Absolutely fantastic. And then another client, we helped them to create a quick form to contact people. So what happened was, there was at this trade show, there was this guy. They captured these details, Guy got the email immediately. Consultant had the notification the next night to contact the client. The client had a couple of follow-ups to introduce the business to him. We monitored and tracked that, and we realized the guy's getting quite interested. So I suggested, hey, Mr. Salesperson, I think you need to give a call. They did. Lo and behold, they made $1 million deal there. Absolutely fantastic. And if they didn't capture the person's details, that would have never, ever happened. We've been to so many trade shows where you give your details and only to be contacted 3 months later. Do you know, don't do that. Rather give me the money. Okay, cool. So don't do that. Contact people quickly. Offline events. This is meetups and all of these types of things, or conferences. There are specific conferences in these places where your ideal client could be as well. Think how you could use it and how you can become involved in them. Speaking engagements. I did a couple of engagements last year. It was absolutely fantastic. Great talking to people, sharing ideas. And obviously there's business that comes afterwards. So I think that's a great tool for you to use in your business that you can always use. Community building a community and being part of it. We see local businesses can benefit quite a bit here, where they get involved with the community and do stuff there. So there you have it. Those are 19 ideas. But here's the thing. Not for me, thank you. I hear so many people say, no, that wouldn't work. Yeah. Jay Abram, a guy I've been following for years. He's a marketing dude as well. He says many times, all we need to do is take one type of channel that's used in one industry, apply it in another one where it's not used, and you see tremendous growth. So do not dismiss this as irrelevant. It could work for you. But here's the thing. Marketing is always a test. We are always testing and seeing what's working, what's not working, and how we can make it better. So I hope you enjoyed this. Enjoy the video. Like it, share it, comment. I want to just state again, it was not me who put the world record egg picture on them. I think it was a great idea. It's a great showcase and case study that's coming. So have a fantastic day. It's early in the morning. Go out there and make it happen. Have a fantastic day. Cheers.